You don't know how long I've waited to use that picture as a thumbnail. So I'm not a big picture of myself person. You know, I don't take selfies and all that, but I have two pictures on display with me in it. One is when I was a little kid and I'm with my mother and my grandmother, and then that one. So, just real quick, I wanted to thank everybody for the response to the last writing with James. I'm glad everybody got it, or at least most everybody got it. I knew that was something that other people had a problem with, and I just thought it was about time somebody actually said something. One unintended bonus from that was just getting some of the feedback and getting, you know, like I say, I was not fishing for compliments or anything, but I got a couple of really nice comments on that one from somebody. Because, you know, one piece of advice I always give to people is don't look too hard at the numbers. And maybe I was just looking too hard at the numbers, but you do wonder sometimes, okay, how many people am I actually getting to? How many people are even bothering with the videos? You know, sometimes you feel like you're just playing. But, you know, I put a lot of work into some of these videos. Sometimes you feel like you're just playing to the same 10 or 12 people over and over and over again, and it's kind of nice. You know, I got a really nice comment from somebody that said they just came across my channel and said not only did they watch in entirety, but they'll binge watch 5 or 6 videos at once, and it's just nice to know that somebody's enjoying it, I guess. So sometimes you just need that confirmation, but I just want to thank everybody for the response again. This time around, I don't have a whole lot for this one. I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the ideas I've had. I'm going to be making some little minor changes. A while back, I started a whole new channel called View Paranormal, thinking I was actually going to be able to get out and do some ghost hunting, and hadn't done diddly. So I got that channel up, and I'm going to go out with Amy and Laney here in the next few weeks. We do have something planned. It's just the way it's turned out. Well, between all this COVID stuff and then my work schedule, it's proven to be really tough to get out. That's the bad thing about this job I have now, is my schedule can change pretty quickly. Matter of fact, the last time, when George TV the Fam was down, and they went to Hill House, I was supposed to be on that trip, and my work schedule changed. And I can sit here right now and say, well, I'm supposed to have this day and this day off. That may not necessarily be the case. Even when I go in, I may be scheduled to get off. I do have a set time to go in, but then my time to get off, I might get off at that time. I might get off an hour or two later. So that's kind of throwing a wrench in all of that. And so it's not only affecting the ghost hunting now, between my job and everything else that's going on with COVID and all that. It's getting tough to get out and just do regular videos. I've got a couple of videos I've been wanting to do. There's a toy museum. It's not real close, but it's not real far. I thought, well, that'll be a nice little day trip one day. But it's closed. They're not open right now. There's a couple other places. They're open, but they're very limited hours. Don't know if I'll, as a matter of fact, one of the main days that I normally do have off, they actually are not open. So I'm gonna have to change some things up. And one of the ideas I had a while back, I actually hinted at that when Eddie Van Halen passed away, and I wish I had been able to do something a little bit better. That was admittedly kind of thrown together. I had the idea about doing like just a top 5, which is not a unique idea by any stretch of the imagination, but I had that idea, and I kind of went back to that for the Eddie Van Halen thing. But that idea kind of developed a little bit into something else, and I'm going to be trying that. Well, I guess next week. Yeah, the next Monday I'm going to take a stab at it anyway, making that a new thing that I'll put up the first Monday of the month. And it's kind of a sneaky way of promoting other channels. This is not necessarily just small channels. It's just what I watch on YouTube. Is another one of those things. I do still watch some bigger channels, and there are sometimes I'll not necessarily watch a channel regularly, but they'll come across a video that they do every now and then. I thought about putting that hand in hand with YouTube suggestions and all that, but I think I'm going to try and kind of make it its own thing. I don't know if I want to say what it is yet. Should I keep it a secret? It is involving not really a top 5, but a list of 5 things, and we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how this first one goes, and like I say, we'll just see. But as far as the paranormal stuff, I'm hoping to get out and do a little bit more. And what I've decided to do is keep View Paranormal up, and that'll be. I'm going to go ahead and present those ghost evidence videos on this channel. The full investigation video, the longer investigation video, I'll put that over on View Paranormal. That way, people that are interested in just that, they can get the full thing. But I'll still present the evidence videos. They're a little shorter over here. That the people that just want to get to the meat of it, get to the final product, so to speak. I'll be putting those over here. And finally, the YouTube suggestions. This last one's doing pretty good. I'm going to tweak it a little bit, because I've never liked the name. Because when I did the first YouTube suggestions, I had no idea I was going to keep doing them. And when you're up to doing 25 of them, it's not really the time for a name change. You may have noticed I did add the little tag "small channel promotion" onto the title, because I kind of feel like some people that in search and stuff, they see YouTube suggestions, they think maybe it's like advice for their channel, and just put that on there to maybe make it a little more clear that it's a promotion for channels. It's not advice. Or I've tried putting reviews and the thumbnail and all this, but I still feel like some people click on it and this is not what I thought it was, and maybe it'll help get more exposure for these channels. But the presentation of it, what I'm going to try and do, cut down my shtick at the beginning, because I always felt like, okay, I need to explain what this is for people that don't know. It's pretty self-explanatory once you get into it, so I'm going to shorten that a little bit, get into the featured channels a little quicker. And also, for a while I was categorizing. I'd do certain kinds of channels, all that, and I did that this last time with the ghost hunting channels. We kind of did it with the comedy, with the funny channels, even though it was still a variety of channels. It was channels that used humor. I think I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to go back to, because that way, if you're looking for ghost hunting channels, well, hell, here's 5 of them. I think you get the idea. And then I'm also going to, not a major change, but just change the way I've been laying it out, and change the presentation just a little bit. And on that note, talking about YouTube suggestions, let me toss this out here. Those of you that do watch the entire videos, there at the end, we'll have somebody say, "That's a wrap." I have my "That's a wrap" people. And I had a pretty big archive of people that were giving me a "That's a wrap." And I'm starting to run a little bit low now. And I'm going to try to keep doing one every other month. Have alternate between YouTube suggestions, and in case you missed it, once a month. Which means I'm going to be doing 6 a year on the YouTube suggestions, and I'm starting to run a little low, not dangerously low, but running low. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this more publicly later. But let me toss this out to If you want to give me a That's a Wrap, let me know in the comment section. You can also, I've got my Twitter and my Facebook and all of that. Links to that on my homepage, and got my email listed somewhere, wherever that is. Yeah, I've got the about section. Got my email there. Shoot me an email if you're interested in giving me a That's a Wrap. And it doesn't have to be anything special, anything spectacular. If you want to add a little bit of something to it, that's fine. But all I really need is at the end, just point at the camera and say that's a wrap. Okay, well that's all I really got for this one. I'm not even sure how long that's going to be. And if you have any if you have any suggestions for YouTube suggestions, the YouTube suggestions is I really want to build that up, and hopefully it's actually doing some people some good. I hope people that watch it are actually going and checking out these channels. And for our bonus footage, since got Halloween coming up, and like I say, here in a few weeks, I'm going to get out with Amy and Laney and do a little ghost hunting. And I kind of had that thought cross my mind when I went through mineral wells here a while back, and I did the update on the Baker Hotel restoration. Had some ghost hunting thoughts cross my mind. So here's just a little clip that I did there in mineral wells, thinking about the paranormal and ghost hunting. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Hope you enjoyed it wasn't really a story this time, was it? Hope you enjoyed the rambling. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, not necessarily in that order. Enjoy the bonus footage, and I will see you next time. Alright, here's another haunted house we can take a tour of. But if I remember correctly, they charge an arm, a leg, and your firstborn child to get into that place. So if Cody and Amy are willing to give up Tori, I might give up maybe an arm. We'll look into it.